Well, hello. It's just a little video about me and my record collection. So, I've been collecting records since my early teens. Still got a few of the ones I had back then. But I didn't. I mean, although I take music very seriously, I haven't really taken record collecting that seriously until recent years. I've collected a lot of records over the years, but I haven't really done a lot of things that people do to, keep their record collections up. I haven't really been very good at keeping them clean over the years, and I went through a lot of phases where I got rid of a bunch of records and wished I hadn't. I don't get rid of my records anymore. It's really only here in the last year or so that I finally started keeping them, doing the things I need to do to keep them clean. I got this, and finally got a decent turntable. I'm not one of the kind of people who can just go out and buy records all the time, and in my current situation, it's hard buying records because there's nowhere in my general vicinity to buy them. So I pretty much have to get them on the internet, or drive a couple hours before I can find any place that's got any. And so I don't really buy a lot of records. I kind of, around Christmas time, like right now, and tax return time, those are my big times to buy records. The rest of the year, I kind of don't really, because I just don't have the money. I don't really buy a lot of one-offs, like one album from this artist and one album from that artist and so forth. I did when I was a teenager, although even then there were certain bands that I got really heavily into, and bought quite a bit of their stuff. But nowadays I generally tend to find an artist I'm interested in, and then I'll just collect and collect and collect that artist. And then maybe the following year or so, or maybe there might be two artists in one year that I get really interested in and collect a lot of their stuff. And then after a while I get into somebody else and I'll start collecting a lot of theirs. But I don't really have a lot of, just one album by this guy, one album by that guy. And so, I guess I've got a pretty decent collection, but as many records as I do have, the number of artists in the collection is probably pretty surprisingly small. I know a lot of you think that, like, the Audio Technicas are kind of a starter turntable. I kind of feel like this is probably the end of the line for me. That's probably, unless something goes wrong with it, this is probably the one I'm going to keep. My previous turntables have been like Pioneers and stuff like that, and the last one was an Ion. Anyways, one of those little Ion turntables. Got it for like $60 or $70 at Walmart. Never buy turntables at Walmart. less said about that one, the better. I guess I'll probably kind of reveal more and more about my passion for music and things like that, and my collecting habits, things like that, as I go, as I make more videos, as I get a little bit more into doing this. But what I'm going to be doing, I know a lot of you have done your top 100s and stuff like that. I think for me, it's going to be easier to do. What I've decided to do is I've compiled a list of my top 5 albums from every artist that I seriously collect, and I've arranged them in backwards chronological order, going from the newest to the oldest. And I'm going to be doing videos on that based on that list in increments of 5. It's probably going to take a while. I'm hoping for maybe one a week. So anyway, so I guess I need to get started making them. Right, bye.